I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The More You Know podcast.
When consuming content from people who are in the personal development, self-help, entrepreneurial, or podcasting space, you must be aware of the intent that they have and how certain things that they say and intent that they might try to show is not necessarily authentic. You need to be aware of this because those who guide you may not have honest and authentic intent, and therefore the value of their message is not as significant. They could be even simply just trying to take your money. So when discussing this, there's many people who discuss living lives of authenticity, not getting caught up in the material world, not having an ego, and things of that nature. Yet their content and promotion is filled with material objects and ego-based things. Somebody will be talking about the importance of being your true self and not getting caught up in your ego, but they'll be driving a Ferrari and wearing a $2,000 suit. Or they'll have a show that's all about impact and changing the world, yet their wardrobe is thousands of dollars. What this comes down to is many people in the personal development, self-help, entrepreneurial, and podcasting space have fake intent, more than not, and you need to be aware of this. When people are trying to guide you in philosophical ways and change how you function and what you value, but they don't actually believe in it themselves, is something that can be really damaging both personally and to society. I want to provide one example of this that really has bothered me for some time, and then compare it to two of my favorite people who are in the entrepreneurial and podcasting content creation space who are staying authentic to themselves. So first I'd like to discuss Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone is somebody who's considered a personal development, self-help type of guy, where he preaches certain things, but he doesn't necessarily practice everything he preaches. He talks about how he has intent in changing the world, yet a lot of his focuses are surrounding increasing his income, material possessions, and selling you things. In a lot of ways, he's focused more so on selling you than changing your life. Whereas if you're to look at Gary Vee or Joe Rogan, at the end of the day, they're both staying authentically true to themselves. And with that being said, there's genuine intent surrounding making a change in the world. If you look at Gary Vee, he's exhausted all the time. He's not really wearing anything fancy. You never see him driving any fancy cars. Most of the time you see him in his office or speaking to large crowds of people. And this is because he's purely focused on creating value in the world that changes the world. And sure that he has focuses on things that are from a financial or material perspective, where his long-term goals are owning the New York Jets, but you don't see him flashing any material possessions or really caring about anything surrounding that. And with Joe Rogan's very much the same way. He's focused on creating content surrounding good communication that inspires people, instills knowledge in people, and provides positive change in people's lives. Sure, he makes tons of money, and sure, he's got some great material possessions like his warehouse studio and his really cool cars, but he rarely discusses that. It's not something he ever shows off, and you can tell that his intent has nothing to do with that. It's just a product of what he's doing. It's very important to be aware of the intent of those you listen to and those that you let guide you. Make sure that their intent is genuine and authentic, and don't get caught in their trap of being sold.
I hope this talk makes a positive impact in your life. Please subscribe to the podcast wherever you are listening or watching it, check out other episodes, leave a review, and follow us on social media at More You Know Pod. Also, please don't forget about our sweepstakes. Retweet a clip with the hashtag The More You Know and New Podcast from our Twitter for a chance to win a signed copy of my upcoming book, The More You Know, coming this fall. Tag 2 friends in the comments on a clip on Instagram for a chance to win a brand new copy of Dean Graziosi's Millionaire Mindset or Ed Milet's Max Out. Like us or share a clip on Facebook for a chance to win a book I have read that highly inspired me, signed by me with an inspirational message. Again, thank you for listening as we propel with podcasting through the more you know.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The More You Know podcast.